hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainers? So today I'm coming to you guys with another video. We're doing a Hollywood Hot Topics. This may be a little bit of a long one. You already know what to do. Hit that like button, hype up the video, and let me know what y'all think about this video, okay? Now, y'all, today been a roller coaster of emotions, so please, okay, hype it up. Thank ya, okay? The devil be busy, but Pierre be busier. Okay, straight up. Okay, now first thing we're gonna get into, y'all, is Cardi B versus. Yes, we're in a new year, 2026. This whole beef been going on for what, 4 years now, and we're still starting off the year with this beef. Now, this all started because internet sleuths are trying to insinuate that Cardi B has reached out to Stephon Diggins' accuser, basically in some way threatening her. Now, this is, of course, all alleged, but this is what internet sleuths were starting to pull up and trying to conjure together. And also, we're trying to accuse Cardi B's father of being a sexual offender. Now, she took to Twitter and clarified this and said this on Twitter. Now, this is in regards to the whole chef situation. So if you haven't seen that whole breakdown, please go over there to Media Kingdom. I did break down the whole suit. Okay. Now she tweeted at this Twitter user and says, "Here she go. What? Why do y'all do this? It gotta be a study done on how y'all like to gaslight and start ish when y'all get a response trying to take your tail and claim someone else obsessed when they've been minding their business. Why don't y'all leave people alone? Every day as fans, y'all do this ish. And I don't say nothing, but I don't play when it comes to my family. Leave me alone. Y'all know Cardi B don't play about her man, her mama, her money." She said, "Not once has this woman said anything to me about being touched. Not once. Mind you, we was just talking every single day until she left that house, and she just wrote me this. But I'm going to let the courts handle ish when it gets handled. I want y'all all talking ish on your effing knees with apologies just as loud as the way I've been over a lie." Cardi B, you are crazy. Who are getting on their knees? This ain't Big Lex. It's giving. Y'all remember when Kendra got into it with Tammy, and then Kendra, and I'm talking about Playboy Kendra, and she said, "Get on your knees." She was telling Tammy to get on her knees. Girl, we ain't getting on nothing, Cardi. My problem is with Cardi is because for somebody in her tax bracket, she claps back far too much. Why are you even on social media at this point? I don't care what nobody says. Like, I feel like there's just certain people that should not be on social media reading anything that is what's going on. Like, their PR should conjure up their own social media for them to even have on their phone, to know what, to keep them updated on what's going on without them even seeing the rigmarole that you'll see all over Twitter, Instagram, and the think pieces. That'll avoid her so much stress. That's what I don't get with Cardi, because it's like you're coming on, you're arguing, you're going on spaces, and you're of a celebrity that's on a high caliber. So it's like, what is the point in doing that? Because now they know where to get you. They know how to get a reaction out of you because you're giving it to them. So they're going to continue doing this. They're going to continue this pattern because you're going to respond. They know that you're an easy lick to respond. That's the problem. Anyways, I just want y'all to talk on your knees with apologies just as loud the way I've been over a lie. And I put that on my 2-month-old son in the name of the Lord. Well, that's bold. That's how confident I am. Now, this text that was sent out to Cardi said, "I'm so sorry. I can't talk to you. I didn't say that, especially in the way that it was written. Please contact my mediator and she will answer anything you need to know, but only in person and confidently." And then put the net, Lynette, and then it was bleeped out. And then someone tweeted she shouldn't be talking. And then they referenced the fact that he's having 2 suits in regards to the strangulation situation. And then, of course, the situation with Chris. And then she also tweeted and said, "I seen y'all trying to spread this all day yesterday. Y'all know I don't play about my family. Now, when I start suing people, then what? What type of deranged people like to play around with grape? I forget. That whole crew over there got a kink for that. Just effing weirdos. Okay, when Nene said, ooh, is that shade Phaedra? Now, did she tell lies? No. I don't see a lot in this tweet that's lies, okay? The whole situation with the whole Cardi versus Nicki thing has not even a little bit, a lot to do with this, okay? Because in my opinion, the stand war that is going on social media is so toxic. They're trying to make both of them on equal caliber. Nicki has this thing in regards to her husband with him being on record for doing what he did allegedly, and then they're trying to get Cardi to have that same sort of standard, having a dude being alleged to doing what he did and then being seen as the same. Meanwhile, Stefan has not stood trial for anything yet. So to me, it's not fair to put the two spouses in the same caliber, in the same bracket. That's to me is not fair. One is registered, the other isn't yet, allegedly, at least. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I see what the internet's doing, and they're trying to, and this is why Cardi's crashing out, because she's noticing what narrative is starting to get pushed out there. But the problem is, Cardi, you shouldn't even be with Stefan. That's the real tea. That relationship was doomed from the start. As hypersexual he is with all of these baby mamas, what did you expect? All that's going to come out of that is drama. I just don't get how Cardi could have left somebody like an Offset who literally stressed her out. I have a short on my channel of her literally screaming her lungs out to the point where it sounded like her vocal cords were going to pop. You do that, and then you get with Stefan Diggs. That to me, it just don't equate for me. It just doesn't make sense. I know she already had the baby and it's too late. You cannot go back. I understand that. Okay? But you cannot also complain and whine and dine about the stresses of people doing this stuff, because once again, you knew kind of what you were getting yourself into being with this man. This isn't a spring chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not no young buckaroo. Like, the man been through there. He been around. I'm just saying. First thing first, my dad never been arrested in this country. Now, this is a quote tweet in regards to the situation that's being alleged in regards to her father. My dad never been arrested in this county. My dad is an immigrant. I think she meant country. My dad is an immigrant from the Dominican Republic. He'll be deported if he committed such a disgusting crime. I don't know why I like playing these games just for you to be fake mad when I post who got those real evidence in real cases for great. Stop playing with me and my family and leave me the F alone before I start some ish today. Okay? Once again, this was even, to me, unnecessary to even respond to, because now you even bringing attention to it. Because if you know your dad is not doing no stuff like that, don't even pay attention to it, feed into it. Because once again, what she said is 100% true. Just because you're a permanent resident, don't mean they can't revoke it. The moment you commit a federal or you do a crime that they deem plausible, they're going to take that back and send you right back, especially in this day and age. So he couldn't have done anything to that effect, because he really would not be here. Now, this went further when Tasha K tweeted, witness intimidation charges coming soon. You can't contact an alleged victim on behalf of someone being prosecuted, allegedly. Okay? Even my name is allegedly, like she loves to say. Okay? Tasha K, to me, I feel like she don't get enough. Like, it's one thing to, like, lose that lawsuit, but it's another thing to keep going. Right? I don't think she should be silenced, though. But to comment on something she may allegedly be doing again after you lost on something that you allegedly, well, you didn't say allegedly, that you said she didn't have, that you said she had, I feel like it's crazy work. Like, you're setting yourself up now for failure. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay? I don't. I feel like she is asking for the backlash when it comes to Cardi getting mad. Like she's like poking the bear. She wants Cardi to react so bad, but Cardi's to me so slow sometimes. She gives it to her every time. Instead of doing it the Megan way and doing it sleuthly in the courts. Because here's the thing with Megan. I don't agree with her coming so hard at Milagros. But one thing I respect that she does when it comes to anything legal, she don't talk. Baby, just handle it. You're not gonna see it on Twitter. You're not gonna see it on Instagram. You're not gonna see it on a space or none of that. She may speak. She's spoken about stuff before. Don't get me wrong. On a couple social media platforms, but when she making moves in the courts, you don't hear about it until after it's done. I'm just saying, Cardi B don't do that though. She gonna get on the space. She gonna scream her ears out. Okay, your vocal cords must be fried, and you about to go on tour soon. Like. Anyways, y'all, she hopped on the space and basically started calling out Tasha K. She made fun of how Tasha K looks, skin color, not skin color, but how she looks just in general. She talks about skin color and says that it's not even a colorist comment of her appearance because it's a bad bitches. It even gives Portia homage, okay?
Contacting nobody. They hit me up because they're ashamed for putting me in some that thing. But you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. You're just a and send me my check. How about that? Because I haven't contacted nobody. I could put the whole text thread too to show you. Just send me my check, dummy. I can't wait. I can't wait. And I want everybody on their knees when gets proven right. Just send me my check. That's why you lost in the first place, dummy. Grow some hair. And I got something coming for you too. Because you've been.
And that's where Cardi loses me. Grow some hair.
Now I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this.
That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because
why you do that?
why I do what?
Statements like this is what creates that divide and the separation, and that makes people question Cardi B and the Black experience. Because are you saying that because she cannot grow hair as quickly as you can, that you're better than her? So that means you would think that you're better than other Black women that may not grow and sprout their hair as quick as you may, due to you being Afro-Latina? That's the stuff that makes us go, I'm using your own meme against you, Cardi. You get what I'm saying? That's the stuff that makes us do that. Because that was unnecessary. You could have left that out.
You've been being too spicy on the internet. You're going to lose again. I promise you that. Just a bald-headed, obsessed. That's how I be having these people, though. Obsessed. They be obsessed. Send me my check so I could go buy me a thing. Or so I could go buy me a bracelet. Just a dummy. Just a. Now, if I show you that I hit that up, then what? How you gonna look? But that's what you are, though. You always been a liar. You're gonna die a liar. When you die and you get buried, that's what you're gonna be known for. A lying ass. From head to toe, because even your feet are shaped. Look, bald ass feet, crusty ass. Out of here. Send me my check, ho. Just a. When you die, that's what you're gonna be known for. Your legacy is gonna be a that lied, a weird. The you are obsessed, and I got something for that for real. Because me and my lawyers is tired of it. But it's like, you think it's a joke? You're gonna lose again. I promise you that. Because.
And another tweet that K said that must be with one of his other baby mamas that he conceived with this year, and he left them alone. High on pink powder donuts is giving misplaced anger. Nurse, which we all saw the whole boat video that surfaced mid 2025.
That's the you are obsessed, and I got something for that for real. Because me and my lawyers is tired of it. But it's like, you think is a joke? Bitch, you gonna lose again. I promise you that. Because one thing about Barty Gang, they just been collecting and collecting and collecting and collecting. Baby, I don't give a where the you hide that money. You're gonna have to have your money in that because I'm coming for it. Facts.
Now, Tasha K also tweeted, when people lie on me, it doesn't bother me because it's not true. I don't sue over it. That doesn't apply to me or mine. Life is good over here. I don't need a courtroom to validate that. So they can drag my whole family. We're emotionally secure. This is my last word on it. We're moving on. Bigger stories ahead. Let's keep running the numbers up. We got bills to pay and lawsuits to pay as well.
I don't go where in Africa you put it. I'm gonna find it. You better tuck that shit in your ass. Because I'm gonna get that money. For sure. Where's my check? You always want to talk all that shit, but got me blocked on every app. Punk. You want to talk shit, but got me blocked on every app, bitch. You're gonna have to hide that money in your ass. You're gonna tuck that shit in your because I'm gonna come for it. And I be chilling. I don't even be putting in a rush or nothing. I make sure my lawyer goes to that court every day. And I got some new shit for you. So be worried for that. You're gonna die owing me. You're gonna be in your hospital bed owing me. I'm not playing. And if you think you're gonna be looking for loopholes, harassing the people that I'm involved with, I got another shit coming for you, baby. If you think because you don't mention my name, but you're gonna be harassing the people that I be with, no, I got some shit for you. So be ready for that. We got something real hot for that. Go talk to your lawyer about it. You know what? Be so miserable, and they gotta people because no matter how much they front online, like they got so much bread and shit, guess what? Your husband is dependent off of you. One thing about it, no matter what I'm with, I never bought me a gift. I never have to take care of no. And that's a fact. And that's a fact. You're so miserable, and you got to be coming online to harass people and lie about people because you got to take care of your kids because your husband is just there. Your husband.
I feel like one of the most recent lies Tasha K has told was the whole Charlamagne situation. That was, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I saw that, I said, ooh. Like, that was very, because she put out there that, Charlamagne was not going to renew his Breakfast Club contract and this and that, and they're throwing him out. He's a dub. He's over. He's kaput. Zilch, zero. And then I think a couple of days later, he signed like a $200 million contract. So it was like, you clearly didn't get the right sources. That kind of was embarrassing.
Is your employee. Facts. All that money that you act like you got, all mad bread to taxes, and that is a fact. You out here begging the IRS, and that is a fact.
Now, Cardi, I don't know about that. Ain't no begging the IRS, girl. What you owe, babe. Begging. I don't know about that.
Begging the IRS to not take your bread because you owe so much money on unpaid YouTube checks, and that is a fact. And one thing about me, I don't owe to nobody. This page gonna talk about back on Spaces crashing out on a huge rant right now. I thought it was gonna be a new year, new Cardi. Who the said that? Who the said that? Who the said that? New year, new Cardi. No. New goals to reach. Same Cardi.
And that's the problem. To me, this is why I hate when people try to make Nicki better than a Cardi or Cardi better than Nicki in regards to their character. They're both the same in a crash out space. No shade. Both of them get online, they yell, they scream, they tirade, tangents, all that. So to me, in that space, they're both the same. Musically, very much different, but character-wise, very much alike. I don't care what people say. Okay? They both have poor taste in men. Like, they're very alike in many ways. But y'all are so biased in who y'all like that y'all not willing to acknowledge that.
Oh, these are cute. And also, it's so funny because when was it? Like 2 days ago, I actually really did talk to my lawyer. A lot of people think that they could get away with people. And then look at this that you around with me about my partner and all this. No, just because you're not mentioning my name, something. But you know what? I'm not even gonna say much. Just go talk to your lawyer and check how safe you are.
Oops. Now she did continue, y'all, and she also called out some of the guys that are speaking on her as well. Okay, now
Is she
Cardi,
gonna
was this smart after you just made an appearance on Drag Race? I don't think World of Wonder is gonna like this.
sue people because their little feelings hurt? First of all, you little light skinned piece of. It's not about no feelings is hurt. Y'all come here and say up shit about me every single day. I don't care. What y'all not going to be allowed is thing. First of all, who's more who how would you feel? Let me see. Let me see. You as a gay man, right? Because you're a gay boy, right? You're a gay boy, Mr. Ice is your father, right? Oh, matter of fact, since you want to talk about fathers, right? As a gay boy,
Ooh.
why would you let somebody say that your father's a rapist? I'm not allowing that. Oh, your feelings are hurt. Yeah, I take that shit very serious. I don't play about rape. I don't play about that. So yes, my feelings are hurt, and I do not play that. Then you wonder why your face is talking about thing homophobic, because the shit like shit that you be saying. The thing you play around. I'm not the one to be playing around. I don't give a grow some hair on your chest. That shit is not funny. And then the accusations is
That's Cardi. That's Cardi's version of boys. It's okay for boys to be boys. Wow. But in Cardi's version, grow some hair on your chest. Okay, that's Cardi's version. That's the Belcalis version. Okay, of boys will be boys.
my dad raped a child. What is funny about that? Ain't nothing funny about that. Oh, her feelings are hurt. Yeah, I don't play about that. I don't play about kids. Y'all play too much with kids. That's your problem. A whole grown man with lip gloss on his mouth talking about her feelings is hurt because people trying to accuse my dad of raping a child. What the is wrong with y'all? Incels. Retarded. Not Cardi saying the R word again. The word retarded? Yep. And I don't give a go say it. Not Cardi being ableist again. Shut the up. Shut the up. Say whatever the I want. Weirdos. Y'all motherfuckers be the y'all are probably the type that be looking up kitty and child and shit like that. The range weirdos.
Okay, now once again, her getting on Spaces to me, I don't get the point. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. You tweeting is enough. But you going on tirades like this is why people say these things about you with the pot of donuts and all that. And y'all, I do not think she's on pot of donuts screaming like that. I'm sorry. I don't. I just feel like she's that angry at people saying things about her. And can we stop saying that somebody is this and that just because they're angry? Like that whole her saying, people calling her ableist just because she's saying the R word when she's expressing herself in a moment of anger and venting, which she should not be. That's the problem. You shouldn't be on there venting to strangers that just want to be messy and hear you scream like a rock star. That's the problem, okay? But labeling her ableist because she's saying the R word in a moment of anger, to me, that's a little bit of a stretch. It's not like she's just coming on here saying, you guys are R words. Y'all have to be in this thing and y'all do this and y'all on wheelchairs, like that would be considered to me ableist. But her just saying the R word just out of frustration, that's the sensitivity in America right now, where we're just labeling people things just because they're saying a word that we may not like. So there's that. Cardi, though, to me, her continuing this pattern, every time she hops on a space, to me, her celebrity goes down. Every time she rants on a space, her celebrity goes down. Certain tweets that she makes, her celebrity goes down. But the problem is she does not care. But it goes to show you, though, like, what is that going to do for you in the long run? Because it's like, it's only so many times you're going to really be able to do that before you kind of like give up on just hopping on there and screaming your heart out. Because to me, I feel like we all know who the type of person Tasha K is. At least I do. I feel like some of the things that she says are super truthful, but some of the things that she does and say and allow people to come on her platform is kind of ridiculous. Like, for instance, that lady that was a family member of Clarissa Shields. Clearly, this lady came on there for clout and all of that, because she came on there and was basically talking about how Clarissa Shields don't got no money and all this, and when did she make it big? And this lady is sitting there looking like she just came from shopping out a rainbow. Like, why are you having somebody like that, who clearly is an estranged family member, come in and just talk crap about Clarissa Shields as if her word is gold? Meanwhile, she would love to be a part of Clarissa's life and get money from her and get the benefits like Papoose is doing. That's that stuff that be making me look crazy. Because it's like, really? You're interviewing like an estranged family member as if their word is gold? That is the questionableness to me. That's where she loses the credibility. Because it's like, you're just letting anybody come on and say anything. Another case in point, that interview with DL Whisper, he's trash, garbage. He needs a towelette to blow his nose, pure point blank. And you let him come on talking about how he's been with this person. And Vince Herbert, Vince Herbert was like my sugar daddy. And like we did a lot of things together. Like, so these niggas is really think out. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares, my man. I'm telling you, you are not the first punk that done had Trey and that done had a sugar daddy. A lot of us have. Nobody cares. You're not special, my guy. Like, that's the stuff that makes me look at Tasha K. It's like, I her. Because it's like, why? Just for content? Anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think down below just about those two going back and forth. And are y'all sick of hearing the spaces at this point? Because at this point, Elon may discontinue it just to really piss all of y'all off, if really gonna be honest. All right, so let's talk Housewives of Potomac, okay? Now, this latest episode was so, like, it comes to the point where, like, Sharice is a little bit right. This Housewives of Potomac was supposed to be like the black version of Beverly Hills Housewives, and y'all are literally in a house with Mr. Water, Mr. Toiletries, Mr. this, Mr. that. Like, it's getting a little cringy. It really is, okay? Like, I really feel like the producers have put on like an act, and they conjured up together to make Angel look like a fool. And it's so, I kind of feel bad for the lady, because it's like, y'all went to her hometown, slapped them cowboy hats on them girls, and have them looking like plum fools up in there, okay? Ashley, we still want you to stop with that black scent. I beg of you. It was the way that Angel set up Giselle and Ashley with the whole bed situation. I feel like the whole bed situation, though, that's not how you get a lick back on Bravo. Like, Angel, to me, did not do her research before she got on this show. When you get your lick back, you got to do something petty on the trip that does not make you look like a cheap person, and that does not make you look bad as a host if you're hosting like a cash trip. So for her to give Giselle Ashley those twin beds, although I loved it because I'm not a big fan of Ashley, and Giselle's being a little bit of a mean girl this season, you could have did something else to kind of make them like feel you, right? Than the beds, because then it kind of looked as if like you couldn't afford to accommodate them in a luxurious way. So that's why I think Angel kind of like she faltered when it came to that. Okay. And then when it comes to the next episode, we're going to see that they're missing this and missing that. And like, okay, I'm just saying. Now, recently, Giselle spoke about the whole situation with Pastor Jamal Bryant's wife and the dress. Okay. And much like Giselle, I do agree with Giselle has to say, because I don't think he should have brought that up during the Sunday service. Because to people that are not of the church, it's going to look like church is just performative. It's just a hoopla. It's just a facade. It's just, a spectacle. That to me should have been something that could have been addressed on social media.
His wife's dress. Did you see the all the discourse online?
Yes.
I don't see anything wrong with that dress.
It was fine. It was fine.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is the thing. People gonna have their commentary one way or the other. And you would think you would not feed into the commentary, Pastor.
That part.
So her dress was fine, but and people gonna have, say whatever they want to say. Let's just not feed into it. That's all.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, because that's when you make it unnecessarily bigger than it is.
Yeah, you bring more attention to it for sure.
Yeah.
But I also think, I don't know. I'm just like, it was an unnecessary discussion, period. Yeah. So I know you don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. Just leave it alone. But, it was made a moment for sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe use a different platform for that. I don't know that Sunday service is the place to talk about.
Agreed. And
dress.
I'm not going to tell him when and where to say whatever he has to say.
Yeah.
But maybe it was a Bible study moment.
Not even a Bible study, y'all. How about Instagram? Okay. Now they also talked about the whole Charisse thing. Y'all know Charisse, which by the way, Charisse is going on a campaign. Who is Charisse's PR? Because the way that Charisse has been up and down the streets of just media doing this interview about Ashley and her son is crazy. I'm like, whoa, is this like a thing? Like, what? Like, it was a thing, but it's not like a thing. Like, she's talking about it with this News. She's talking about it with this person, that person. She's sitting down with Carlos King and talking about it. But I didn't agree with what Giselle has to say in her opinion on this. Giselle basically feels as if what happened isn't like a big deal because Charisse's kids are grown. And Charisse's child is grown. Not kids, but the son is grown. That bothered me because Giselle, you have two girls. So you mean to tell me if the roles were reversed and we had, let's say, Juan had divorced Robin and then decided to want to date one of the girls, one of the twins, you wouldn't have an issue with that? Knowing damn well Juan has known you like that, knows and been around your family, been around your kids and all that, you wouldn't have an issue with that? That to me was hypocritical. I didn't like the fact that she made that point. I really feel like Giselle is in her feelings because Charisse was basically exposing the fact that, she was supposed to be like the grand dame, is supposed to be like the head girl and the main girl. Meanwhile, Charisse, you do not have main girl energy. I don't know who told you that, but you don't. You don't at all, not an iota. Okay, not even, a percentage. That's why Karen and Giselle stepped into those positions because you wouldn't have been able to do it on your own. As sad as it is, it's true. That's why Giselle, I think, made that point.
Then, after the episode, and then Ashley kind of made it worse because I did see her Watch What Happens Live question where Andy asked about Jackson, and what I gathered from it was that a lot more happened. So it's like Ashley continued to kind of talk about what happened with her and Jackson, and pretty much from what I gathered from it was that they were intimate sexually. Okay. And maybe that it's happened more than once. I don't know. So my thoughts, because I have a son. I mean, of course, he's just 17, so we're not quite there yet. But I'm trying to put myself in Charisse's shoes. I think the age gap here, niece, than an actual friend. I don't know that I would be upset if she were intimate with my adult son. Especially my adult son, who, like, if I know that my son likes, dates women and likes to, like, do whatever,
It's the cap for me.
Yeah, the cap is on your hair, on the top of your head.
The cap is
the
on
wig
your
is the
hair.
cap.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Robin's so full of crap. The way Robin would have threw a fit had that have been her. Robin would have threw a fit. And it wouldn't have been like Sharice. She wouldn't have waited until to react. She would have reacted right then and there and been very angry.
That I'm upset about it. What I would be upset about is if my friend chose to disclose that on national television. That's where I would have the problem. Where, especially if I'm not a main cast member of this show, my son has, farther. I don't really know where all of that energy came from. But it seems like maybe she just was kind of like, not blindsided, but I think the discourse online from the fans and how people reacted to it maybe caused her to look at things differently and get upset. So I don't know, but I know, yeah, if I'm 60, my son is 27, my friend is 37, I don't care what they do. I really don't.
Yeah.
But just don't talk about it on national television. It's nobody's business, especially when they're not cast members. Jackson's not a cast member. Sharice is a friend that popped in what, 3 times? Like, I thought that was.
But that's Sharice's whole point in being angry. Like, I get that she thought about it afterwards, but I agree with Sharice being upset. I just had wished that she was upset from the beginning, because I cannot stand when somebody has to ponder on something and they get upset afterwards. Okay, I do think though that Sharice is trying to work her way in a little bit more on the show as a bigger character, and that is why she's going on these. Okay, because the amount of interviews that she's done about this situation is a little bit diabolical. I mean, my God. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has literally went on every podcast possible to talk about this. It doesn't make sense. Now, Kevin McCall recently called out Chris Brown, and T-Girls were involved. Once again, the community gets dragged into something that we have nothing to do with. Hi, Kevin, he puts on the statement. I understand this has been stressful, and I'm sorry you've been dealing with that from our side. We followed up on the matters we were engaged to handle and address them accordingly. At this time, all matters are closed except for one remaining matter that we are still actively pursuing. With respect to Chris Brown issue, we followed up but did not receive a response, and no further action can be taken without hearing back. I also understand that you have since engaged legal counsel, and I hope that new counsel is able to bring resolution to any outstanding issues. Best of luck with everything. Thank you. Okay. Now, this is in regards to, of course, the Deuce's situation. And then he added him and said, at Chris Brown, you're a real effeminate bro. I'm tired of the gay vibes. I'm going to start airing homoerotic thug and tranny stories every day until I run out of stories. Why you think I was hanging around girls with dirt in videos of all? You industry is talking on in the things. How I saw it. So I know we got some tension, brother. But I like, bro. My whole thing is this. Y'all gonna have to stop with the DL allegations when it comes to Chris Brown though. Because if that were the case, Upon would have been came out. Let's really give it back. Imagine Upon getting down by Chris Brown. Oh my God. And if it is allegedly true, that NDA is ironclad. Okay? Because somebody would have been slipped up and did something, or you know what I'm saying? Something would have been done. I'm just saying. And you can keep putting fake bounty hits on my head. It's not cute anymore, King. That's feminine. Just like Diddy. Not macho like Tupac. Me and you are not the same. But play that game. It worked both ways like your sexuality. Ooh. He's a poet. He ain't know it. Okay, play ball if you want. God gonna do you like your two buddies that tried to me. One is gone, ooh, and one can't walk. Don't miss my point. God's karma comes swift for his children. I'm not going to do anything God is going to ruin whoever tries to ruin a child of God. God didn't tell me this part, but it's sad when light-skinned people try to treat dark people like Phil the Buck in here, okay? Kevin McCall, correction, Chris Brown is only colorist when it comes to women, allegedly. So, yeah, you're not included, my guy. I will say, though, when it comes to the money situation, I understand him when it comes to that. The part that I don't like is trying to like emasculate him just to make it a thing to where you're not gonna ever to Chris Brown. I'm sorry. Like, no matter what jokes he tells, no matter how much secrets he tries to spill, T-girl allegations, DL allegations, there is no thing you can one say that can turn the against a Chris Brown. As sad as it is, and I wish he would kind of like realize that. Okay, Kevin does need to do Bad Boys. I don't care what nobody say. He needs to do Bad Boys. That's why I feel like one of the only ways he's gonna revive career. He'll be able to promote his music. He'll be able to show how bad he is because he's such a tough boy. He says it all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always talking about how tough macho he is. Boo papa, he tough like Tupac. You show how tough like Tupac you are, okay? And it'll introduce you to a new audience. I feel like that's the only way to revive his career. And that way you won't have to be begging Chris Brown for an iota of a coin. This world is getting so toxic, y'all. We can't even listen to gospel songs the same no more. So Donnie McClurkin is being accused of rape. Everybody nowadays is now being accused of rape. You're being accused of rape. You're being accused of rape. You're being accused of rape. Okay? He's being accused of raping and essaying this man right here. His name is Giuseppe Carletto. Okay? He worked as his often sought counsel from him. Giuseppe Carletto spoke exclusively with NBC News to detail the alleged SA and why he chose to file a lawsuit against the pastor. In 2003, Carletto first met McClurkin when he decided to attend his church after reading his autobiography and overcoming the curse of homosexuality, when Carletto said he had been struggling with it as well. After the event, he met McClurkin and they instantly clicked. Carletto believed it would be a mentor-type relationship, but now he realizes he was being groomed. That's how a lot of grooming, I feel like, starts. Like, once somebody tries to what I don't like when it comes to certain things in the gay community, there's certain people that try to mentor, which this has nothing to do with the gay community because both of them were trying to run from that. But I'm just still going to talk about it in general. The mentorship mentality when it comes to older men is how sometimes they'll take advantage of the younger dudes because they want to be or a father. Meanwhile, they just really want some buns, to be honest. Okay? And so Carletto started working as this and claims started during the Pray the Gay Away spiritual sessions. He claims McClurkin would grope him, and the actions eventually escalated to rape over time. When confronted, McClurkin allegedly claimed he was on medication and did not remember. Now, what kind of medication is that? Carletto alleges McClurkin essayed him at a church, guilted him into staying, and later emailed him an apology after an alleged 2013 rape. An email Carletto says he recently only found. I am the actual, and this is what the email states, I am the actual epitome of a desperate, dirty old man. He allegedly wrote in the message, according to the lawsuit, pawning and groping a young man who is just looking for a friendship and close platonic relationship with someone he wants to look for help, guidance, and spirituality. Now, if he has this email, that's the type of receipts that I'll be talking about. Now, that is a receipt. That is concrete proof. I know I apologize for my raw attitude from Wednesday, but I want to apologize for all of my behavior that has been wrong and put you in the wrong place. McClurkin allegedly wrote, I have no one, and I feel it more than ever, but I was horribly wrong trying to force you into something that you're constantly saying a no to. I am too old to be like this. McClurkin is denying any wrongdoing via statement from his lawyers. Carletto, though, hopes he receives justice after years of turmoil. I do hope he gets the justice that he does deserve, because the problem is when it comes to a lot of churches. This is the stuff that is the hypocrisy that keeps a lot of people away from going to church, because a lot of these people and a lot of these deacons and these youth ministers and some of these pastors, they'll kind of pray low key on boys and sometimes girls as well, and then they'll get on the pulpit and literally preach about things being a sin. I've experienced this myself. Nothing has ever happened to me, thank God, but I've seen it happen to other people that I know of, and I'm aware of that person who is that pastor. It's really sad to see it happen, and people don't know the damage that it does to somebody mentally, because you then start to question God, which isn't good. But those people that are supposed to be those vessels are the ones that are making you question him because of the things that they're doing to you. So I hope he gets the justice he deserves, because once again, an email is the ultimate receipt. There's no like working around that, especially if he said what he said in that email. Now, Christian Keys, the creator of All the Queen's Men, exposed Tyler Perry recently on social media. He feels as if he's being duped in regards to his crediting, and that his crediting was removed at one point, and he had to try to get it back, to get put back on there, especially towards the end of the show, to remind people, of course, that is his show. He is the creator of All the Queen's Men. A lot of people don't do their research. They just think this man is just talking, which, by the way, Christian Keys, like, that's what I think. Anyways, but a lot of people don't do their research on the show. Like, it is his show. Tyler Perry executive produces it, but he is the creator of the show. Such like Married to Medicine. I always love to go back to this because, like, people love to forget about Mariah. Like, she created Married to Medicine. I don't care what nobody say. This is why, like, Andy sometimes be pissing me off, because I don't feel like he don't give enough flowers to Mariah. She created and brought the show. Like, y'all didn't just, discover these girls. She brought them together, did the sizzle reel and all of that. But I'm just saying.
3 is when All the Queen's Men got weird and dudes start getting with and all that weird. I'm not mad about not being there no more. Because, I mean, the studio tried to steal my Created by Credit. So, like, they posted, even this week, end of the year, and you post my show like that's your show. It's you putting the show out there, but you're also the same studio, Tyler Perry Studios, that removed my Created by Credit. And I had to call the union to have them force TPS to put it back on there. So, I'm not sad that my show isn't there anymore. After season 5, it won't be there anymore. And I won't have to deal with that shady, corny kind of leadership over there that would dare. You got 16, 17 shows. I got 1. Let me have credit. My contract says I get credit. Why are your corny trying to steal my credit? Because you can't write like me. Season 3.
No shade. I'm on his side when it comes to stuff like this. Y'all know I'm big on credit, because there's been so many people that have, taken what I've created or have come up with and ran with it and act like, I never existed. So I'm big on that. So I'm on his side 100%, especially once again, he created the show. You guys came up with the show, creator. Okay, if you do your research, he is the created by Christian Keys. Okay, now I do watch his lives quite a bit. If you tune into his lives, like, he'll talk about this. Like, if you ask him about it or commentate about it on like his live and stuff like that, like, he'll answer questions about it, about the show just in general. So he's not just like speaking out of turn when, out of just randomly just come and try to expose or put out like a lawsuit or something like that. Now, Tyler Perry needs to talk. I don't know if it needs to be in the form of a press release. It needs to be in the form of a statement. But all of these people that have been coming out lately, speaking so negatively about him and his character in such a bad, in a harmful way, I feel like it's time for you to speak and say something. Just for the general public and audience that supports the Tyler Perry production and who he is as a person. I feel like we're at least owed that, because some of it I think is lies, but some of it, like a Christian Keys, I do believe is truths. I don't think him and Tyler have the best relationship, especially when we saw him on social media as of recent allude to certain things and a certain high figure person that he may expose soon if they don't stop playing with him. He never said the name, but of course, a lot of people, you know, it was a Tyler Perry. I don't think he was too happy with that. And I think that's what probably caused him trying to finesse when it comes to giving him the credit for his own show, which once again, I don't like. By the way, y'all, speaking of credit, y'all stop sending me that video of the guy doing a Jocelyn. Good. I seen that already, y'all. Please stop DMing me that because it's very irritating for y'all to send that to me. I did it first. I get it. I did do it first. Okay. Like I did do the rap verse at least for that. He does rap Jocelyn songs and impersonate Jocelyn, but so do I. So I have seen it, y'all. Please stop DMing me that. My rap though is better. No shade. Anyways, y'all, let me know what y'all think down below about this video. And we're all babies.